These are the stories
of 4 childhood friends
who dropped it low in our 20s
and living in our 30s,
waving to our 40s,
but already aching like we in our 50s, girl.
I'm Jay.
I'm Treese.
I'm Ebony.
And I'm Tammy. And after science projects
and all-night partying
and brunches and lunches
and the ever so mandatory power nap
through over 2 decades of friendship, you know what we realized?
We kinda old.
In the 90s, with the black girls where you in the 90s, with the black girls where you fun. In the 90s, with the black girls where you fun. In the 90s, with the black girls.
So we are back with yet another episode, and we're just gonna jump right into it because that's just what we do. And since you guys have listened to episodes 1 through 3 already, y'all know that we are all in relationships. I know I lost count for a second. You know I lost count. So I'm just going to jump into different relationships, and I did some Googling because I wanted to get definitions on different relationships because we're all in a relationship, monogamous relationship. But I feel like the dynamics of relationships have changed. No, we're not.
Hold on.
Well, according to the Googles, monogamy means sexual relations with one person. Well, maybe we're not all in monogamy relationships.
I am.
I don't cheat on nobody. That's all I'm saying.
That part.
And
okay,
this
so
is
that's
the
one
first for me.
definition.
So y'all gotta excuse the extra cheese because this is the first for me. I am
Yes.
I ain't cheating on nobody.
You are delivered.
Okay, so since we got monogamous out the way, the next one I looked up was open relationships. And according to Google, it's a marriage or a relationship in which both partners agree that each may have sexual relationships with others, whether it's a man, a woman, whatever. No, everybody's a no on that one. So this one I had to look up because I feel like it's been sprouting up a lot lately on social media, which is polyamorous.
No.
I'm not asking. And according to them, is people have multiple loving, intentional, and intimate relationships at the same time. So it will be you're married to your man and another man, and they don't cohabitate, but you cohabitate with both of them. Like it won't be no intermingling, no threesomes, none of that. It's like it's you are the main person, and then you got 2 people. Go ahead. No, say what you got to say.
So I think what happens with the whole poly thing is that people who are not in that lane don't realize that polyamory is a subset of a bigger umbrella called non-monogamy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where you're going with this, but I just wanted to put that out there. Like before you even it's actually under a bigger fucking umbrella of a whole lot of other shit. Like there's so much other shit that like swinging falls under there. The open relationship could possibly fall under there. There's a lot of shit that falls under that umbrella.
See, I don't know if I would consider poly non-monogamy because from my understanding is that the main quote unquote person, so say is a woman and she has 2 men, those men are basically in monogamous relationship with the woman, but the woman technically isn't in a monogamous relationship because she's dealing with those 2 guys.
Like
right?
I said, so it falls under non-monogamy.
But it will only fall under for the other 2, not the main character.
No, because they're all engaging in those relationships. They choose to be monogamous partners in a non-monogamous relationship.
Gotcha.
And
Makes
that's
sense.
only one division of the whole poly lifestyle because there are different subsets of that as well.
Right. So y'all know last week, and if y'all haven't watched, y'all need to go watch and listen. We talked about the episode of sex. So hearing polyamorous, right? Why do you guys think that now that is so much on the forefront of relationships?
The only thing that comes to my mind first and foremost is because it is an economical relief, I'm sure, to have 3 people, going to work, 3 people helping with the kids, 3 people
Right.
cooking, cleaning, whatever. So economically, I can understand it, but I don't like people like that. Like I just don't want to have to
A
deal
lot of
with more than one
personalities.
person at a time. It's a lot. Like dealing with one person can be a lot at one time. So and then you might got kids, he might got. It's just I can't do all that. It's just too much energies at the same time. I don't got time for it. That's just me. But
I think,
economically, I can understand it.
yeah, I agree, but to like more specifically answer the question, I don't think it's coming to the forefront. I think it's the same way that it's always been. Like I said, y'all know me. Y'all know which side of the fence I be on and all that shit. So I've like that shit is normal to me. What I think it is again, like so many other things in this day and age, it's the rise of the internet and the rise of access to information and giving everybody a platform. It's not new people doing this shit. It's not more people doing this shit. It's just the people who've been doing this shit now have a voice. That's
Mhm.
it. The people who've been doing
Gotcha.
this shit now have somewhere to talk about it, now have other people that they can reach out to who are down with the same shit that they're down with and have some more commiseration. That's really all it is. It's not like more people. It's not. It's really not. It's not.
Pam, you got
They
anything
got a
to add?
community.
I agree
Mhm.
with Treese. I think it's been happening. It's just now it's
Yeah,
just I guess
it ain't
more
it ain't a
publicized
resurgence. Yeah,
that
that's
is
all it is.
happening.
That's all it is. It's like people are like, "Oh, crime has increased." No, it's just that everybody has a cell phone now.
That's very true.
That's
That's true, because
it.
they've been lynching niggas for years upon years upon
This
years.
this this ain't nothing new. This is not an increase. This is not an influx. The only thing that has increased in influx is people's access to the internet and ability to share shit. That is it.
Yeah,
That
because
is
we all
all.
know social media makes the world smaller.
And does.
So the last one, sorry if y'all hear stuff going by, but I had to crack the window. It's hot up in here. I had to Google companionship only relationships. So, companionship is a term often used in the context of friendship. It's a relationship in which both parties support each other emotionally without having sexual interests. This type of relationship can be incredibly beneficial because it allows both people to rely on the other for comfort and positive reinforcement. To me, that sounds like Oprah and Stedman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what it made me think of immediately? Back in the day, before gay marriage was legal, there would be a gay person marrying a straight person for marital benefits, but they would still be off doing their own thing. But they would still like live
Right.
together and live like married people and, cohabitate and have that whole companionship and go out with each other and stuff like that. They would just fuck whoever they fucking, and they would even date whoever they dated. But they like, I don't know, it immediately rung that to me. I mean, a lot of
Shit, I
people don't
might
like,
not be
some people
mad at
still
that
do
one.
that, but they don't really do it
Right.
that much anymore.
I
I
ain't
might
gonna
not be
lie.
mad
I
at that
thought
one.
about it a few times and I wondered if, maybe Oprah and Stedman got a few good ideas up their head and maybe they right on a situation or two.
I might not be mad at that one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So
I'm
you
gonna
can
So
see
they
be
do
yourself
honest.
having
everything
a
but get married.
Some
pretty
do and
much
some
because
don't. Yeah.
well, I'm about to say, according to the definition, you don't even have to do anything.
Mm-mm.
You're just
Y'all
there
just
for the
live
person.
together.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
Jackie,
enjoy
you
your
just
company.
Well, shit,
pretty
my friend could
much.
be my companion.
But I was thinking about that's like living with your homie, like your homegirl, your homeboy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it did say friendship in the
Just to
definition.
have somebody there, moral
Mm-hmm.
support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much what that is.
Listen,
You
don't
gonna
get your
die
hopes up
alone.
head.
No, I'm not. I got a companion.
You want to help pay these bills? We gonna be just fine.
I mean, they
Hey,
got
girl,
companion pets.
what you doing today?
They do. I'm getting me a dog.
Them motherfuckers don't pay no bills though.
Don't.
you-
They
No.
cost money.
And do.
So speaking of companions, I want to shift gears just a tad bit. Of course, we're staying on relationships. Sorry, but it's been something in my eye literally since 5 o'clock this morning, and I can't dig it out.
Mm.
That
I know.
sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna flush my eyes though when I wash my hair. But
Really?
do you?
Really?
I was trying to blow it out for her. Just trying to do my part.
I appreciate the blow. So, do you believe in soulmates?
Yes.
Do you believe that someone could be your soulmate without you marrying them? See how I
Yeah.
shifted
Yes.
into that because we was talking about companions.
Yes.
Yes, you
I
do.
think friends can be soulmates.
Yes.
I don't think it has to be
100%.
a romantic thing.
100%.
I 100% agree. I really do.
I also believe that you can grow out of being soulmates.
Mm,
I never thought of that.
me neither.
Because
Which
we
makes sense
as
because people grow out of love all the time. So
and our energies and our
But were they a
souls
soulmate?
change. Say it again.
I said, but were they a soulmate?
Yeah, like I
Just going
said,
off of
our
what-
energy
what
and our souls
Eb
change
said.
constantly.
I can see
say it
that.
again, Sam.
Like
I'm
as we
sorry.
grow and
I don't know
evolve
what's going on with my internet.
as you know, beings, like we are spiritual beings inside of these meat vessels and shit. And we're continually evolving and growing and changing and shit like that. So somebody who was your soulmate, 10 years ago, y'all could reconnect and not be nothing at all. You know what I'm saying?
It
I
makes sense,
get that.
especially with the whole energy when planets align and shift and everything, the energy change. So of course you're going to change. So that makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because I used to be soulmates with somebody who I'm not soulmates with anymore. I would say out of everybody who previously I was like, oh, this is one soulmate. No. This one person was.
I
They
don't
are
think
no
I've
more.
ever said that about anybody I've ever been in a relationship with.
Oh yeah, man.
But I definitely
And I said this
have,
about this
like,
person
soulmate
before we was
friends.
even in a relationship. Like, and we were.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said that either. I
Friends,
don't know if
yeah.
I have it in my being to say that to somebody. To me, that gives somebody a lot of power.
Why you think that?
It's probably my own personal issues. Cause y'all know I got y'all know I got a small bit of abandonment issues, but it's probably because of that. Because it's like, if I believe that you're my soulmate and we're connected at our center being, then if something happens or you flee, then what happens to me?
Mhm.
Like
Your
if
soul
the
continues to
situation
live.
decimates, huh?
Your soul continues to live on.
Just
Easier
without
said
the
than
mate.
done.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, but that's, yeah.
Do y'all feel like in your current relationships that you can fully open up? Like
I
with
do.
no hold bars, this is what it is. And I mean, this is past just passing gas in front of your partner, like fully deep down open up.
I get fussed at about stuff like that. Like, people be want to talk to me on the toilet. I think I just feel like it's still new. So certain stuff I gotta kind of like ease on. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, kind of when it comes to stuff like that, I'm just like, all right, whatever. Like, you want to talk to me on the toilet? Fine. Like, I talk to y'all while I'm on the toilet, so I should be able to do that when I'm talking to my partner. Shut up, Tammy.
I mean, I'll talk to you on the phone while I'm on the toilet.
We
We could talk
we
from
were
other
your
rooms, but I don't want
soulmates
you in the room.
before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be on the phone with y'all in the shower and all types of
Yes.
stuff like that. So
Yes.
Like,
I
we
feel
can't
like,
compare
yeah.
too.
But you know what's
Yeah.
weird? We talk like me and him. We talk to each other on the toilet, but I won't fart in front of him.
But you taking a Duke.
Yeah. I guess because I feel like my thighs, like I'm skinny, but I got big ass thighs, so they cover everything. So we're good and contained. But I feel like when I fought, you know what I'm
There
saying?
just go.
It's just there. Oh, my bad. It's just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And there's no, it could choke a donkey. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to
That's ass
expose.
backwards. Pun intended.
Not choke a donkey.
I don't. I feel like I love you too much to do this to you. This is wrong.
But like I
But
was
when he
saying,
gone,
I'm still
whew,
easing. I'm still easing into just 100% you get all, cause like we still new to the point where he ain't never really seen me mad. So like we still got some time to put in. And I mean,
makes
on
sense.
the good side, he don't make me mad to the point where I got a spaz or anything. He made me mad to the point where I want to give him the silent treatment, but he ain't never seen me snap. So it's certain
Nah,
things
she seen
that
me snap.
are it's kind of like time release for me right now. He know I got it in me. That's all he need to know. Don't take me there.
dear Lord.
I mean, I try not to fart in front of him, but I do in my sleep, and I can't help that. So it's happened.
Yo, if I
It's
do it in my
happened. It's not
sleep, I
intentionally.
automatically wake up and be like,
I
Are
be
you
thinking I'm
serious?
dreaming.
You looking
Thinking
at
I'm
me.
like I'll wake
that I
up
pass
and be
gas
like,
in my sleep.
I be
because I
like,
want to know
what
if he
the
heard that. Did he wake up too?
Yeah, could I be like, was he asleep? Did I wake him up and he
I
heard
really
it?
do not
Did he
even know when
know?
I pass gas in my sleep until
Was
I'm
I
told after I
dreaming?
woke up.
I do because it's not a regular fart when I sleep. It's like a pop. And I'm like,
But why it seems like it just, and of course it's because every like TV, everything is off, it's dead at night. But it's like it seems like it's so much louder when you are in your sleep.
it is.
Right.
And it wakes me
up.
up and I mean without fail, every single time it wakes me up. And I'm like, I didn't hear that, did he?
Disgusting. We did not talk about farts.
We kind of old, man. We fought.
I think that's because I started cooking with garlic in my older age. Like y'all got me cooking more because I didn't do it, but I swear I wasn't like
Garlic is good for you.
It is.
But I feel like I'm open. I feel like I'm free to be me. I like Jay. I don't think he's seen me spaz. I think because of my love for him, I try not to go there. Like,
Show my love for you.
yeah, I try to not gentle parent, but gentle
relationship.
I just made a new term.
Right.
I try to gentle, like, I try to take a minute before I just spaz out because I'm like,
Well, I don't think. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish. Oh, I was gonna say I don't think them seeing you spaz out doesn't mean it has to be towards them. It could be towards anybody. Like when the first time she ever seen me spaz, we was in Grand Turk, and I was being threatened, being arrested and everything. So it was nothing. I mean, I kind of took some of the anger. It was directed to her, but it wasn't at her, if that makes sense. But yeah, she seen me at the top tier.
Yeah, no.
Oh my.
Because again, y'all know I take a lot, you know what I'm saying, before I get like really, really. So
same.
I don't think I don't like he's seen me, you know, fussing and cussing about, you know, somebody we you know all know. But like me really like lost.
Girl, that's about
like,
a grace of God.
You can't, and I don't think, but also too, like I feel like some, you know, he's been my calm in a lot of those type of situations where I haven't had to, you know what I mean? So, but I think I'm free to. I just haven't.
Yeah, my level up there, there's no calming of this wrath that's coming. And at that
Yeah,
point,
man. And I'm also
deliverance.
wondering. I'm also wondering if it's the time that you guys have in? Because y'all both are still on the newer end of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like Eb got like 5-6 years. I'm rolling up on
It's-
5. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker done seen me rage. Done
Yeah.
seen me fucking rage.
But that's what I said.
Exactly.
It's still kind of new, so we got some things to go through and experience. I mean, hopefully he don't ever have to see me.
Yeah,
Get
I was
buck
gonna
wild
say
on the
like I don't
ride.
want to.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it don't
want to.
necessarily
I mean,
have to
but
be
sometimes
at them.
that's what I'm saying.
You know, I'm not.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
hoping
saying
that
period.
too. Period.
I'm saying period. I don't want to because I feel like I'm for real. I'm scared too. Like I'm scared of myself
So
in that moment. Like
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a little.
And I
'Cause I
got a
see
country
red,
boy, and he
terrified.
always got something to say about y'all from up north.
I
All
got a
right.
nerve who's never been in a fight a day in their life. So just
And I have
imagine.
a country boy. You think you have a country boy. No, ain't nobody countryer than mine.
The point
Either
is,
Okay, the
way.
country award
like I
goes
said,
to.
I'm from up
Okay.
north.
Okay.
And he always he ain't seen the can't get right, can't act right.
Yeah.
It's probably
I'm
not going to
scared.
compare.
Again, as much as I keep in, and I've had years of me kind of taking stuff and keeping it, I'm a little scared of myself if it ever is unleashed.
Same.
I was a
And
nervous
I'm probably
too,
going to scare
actually.
him. I'm probably going to scare him. You nervous
Just
of what,
Probably
me?
will.
just
For
thinking
sure.
of the keepings in, and yeah, I'm a little nervous
Of
too.
me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm
Because a lot
taking
of
This is why
times
I
we be
tried.
keeping
old shit
everything
out.
This is
in,
why I
and then when
tried.
it explodes, everything coming out in that rage.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I'm a
this
little
is like
nervous.
this is like, because again, it's like, we take a lot and then we explode, but this is years of not even exploding. Like this is
When you should have.
combustible.
what
When
makes
you
us
fucking
nervous.
should have. And that's what I'm
combustible
saying. Like I
nuclear
was thinking
warhead.
about the things and all of the
Yeah.
things and the
Yeah,
Over
times
the
where you
years.
should have
Yeah.
raged and did not rage.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of it like that's
This
That's
it's
a little
gonna
scary.
I'd like to hope that you
I'm
get
scared.
delivered and freed from that before it even happened. Same for me. I feel like for the most part,
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like
That's old.
I've healed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Mhm.
I've processed where I don't need to, but I just feel
Amen.
like if that one thing kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
just take everything, even stuff I thought I was delivered from, just gonna come back. Like, you thought you was healed, nigga. Like I feel like everything is gonna come back. I'm a little scared. I'm probably gonna scare him too. But hopefully
Speaking of
again,
being
prayerfully.
scared, do y'all feel like the dynamics of marriage or getting married has died out over the years?
No.
What you mean dynamics?
Like people don't believe in getting married anymore.
I don't believe
Oh
that.
no.
I don't believe that at
No.
all.
I think people play themselves into trying to think people ain't getting married or don't want to get, or they don't want
I
to get
agree.
married for their own,
I agree.
insecurities or whatever, fears that they have. But nah,
Mhm.
people still getting married out here.
Mhm.
People
I
still
mean,
want to
I
get
know
married.
y'all haven't gotten married yet, but I'm looking at 2 engaged people. So
Mhm.
you can't tell me that
I mean, I was never one that was like, I
90% of the
never want to
people
get
that I hang out
married
with
and
are married. No.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
Now this
never
new
one of the
people, I don't
ones.
know about that.
Do y'all believe in the goal? Do y'all have marriage as a goal, or do you feel like it's a huge accomplishment once you achieve that level?
Personally, I do, because everything that I've ever achieved in my life was completely and fully of my own volition. Graduating school, my first big girl job, my first dope ass apartment, traveling, making it to 38 with no fucking kids. All of that shit was me, all me.
Right.
So when I'm finally able to be with somebody who is literally on the same page as me in that respect, that's a
Mhm.
big fucking accomplishment, because that had nothing to do. I'm sorry, that was not solely a me thing. I can control every single thing else in my life. I cannot fully control that. So to meet somebody, to link with somebody, to find somebody, to connect with somebody and lock that shit down, that's a huge fucking accomplishment for me. huge.
I'm still
And me not
impartial.
run
asking if it's
away?
a goal?
Yeah.
Are
I'm
you
still
asking if it was
impartial.
like a goal, like
Yeah,
a
some
goal
people
now,
actually
or
have marriage as being a goal, like they need to achieve
oh
becoming
no,
somebody's,
no.
especially
I was
women.
I was never I was never like the only thing I ever thought about was like when I get married, I knew what my dress was gonna be like. Because I knew I wanted my mom to make it, and I knew
Come on,
Goals,
vision board.
nigga.
I knew, what I wanted my dress to look like. But other than that, I wasn't really like, I knew I wanted to get married because I believe in marriage. I mean, I believe in what it's supposed to be. So I wanted to get married, but was I like, oh my God, I can't wait. And, that's my goal in life. I was just kind of like, when, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. And I just kind of been on that train. Like, again, I'm 38, ain't married yet, but it happened when it's supposed to happen, not before, because I don't plan on getting divorced. So I'll wait.
Okay.
That part. Yeah, I can't say that marriage was ever a goal of mine. It was like, if it happens, it happens. But as far as it being an actual goal, and having a wedding was never a part of my plan either. It was like, I was more so, we go down to the courthouse, make this shit happen, and have a bomb ass honeymoon. So I was never, ever, and she knows that, into, oh, let's plan this elaborate wedding. Let's have all these people there and all this there. So now it's like, okay, I guess a wedding is going to happen and this marriage thing is going to happen.
I know Jay is still on the fence, but so I guess for you two, do y'all think that when you got with somebody, your thought of marriage changed? Like that became the goal after you got with that person? Like if you were single, that might not have been your goal, but like once you got in a relationship, do you think that changed the I guess becoming the goal of marriage?
A little, yes, but I feel like for me, it changed because it was like, okay, what's next? We've done this, we've done that. I guess next is marriage because that's the last thing left to do. So it wasn't that I now have it as a goal. It was just like, I like to see different elevations in my life. I like to accomplish different things. So because we went from being together, making that official, living together, making that happen. Okay, well, what's next? Ain't nothing else left to do.
You think that's like a society thing? Like saying that you got like the next step has to be marriage? Because a lot of people are, like you said, I mean, they not, yes, what some people call OPRAH and them. A lot of people are fine just staying committed and not getting married. Like there is no next. The next is, what are y'all goals as a couple? Like the next could be buying a house, the next could be having a family, the next could be what your next trip is. It doesn't have to be marriage.
As I've grown over the years, I realized that. But if you asked me this 3 or so years ago, I would like, that has to be the next step. There's no other next step. What's going to be next? But now, because I've grown, understand myself more, I know that there's plenty of other quote unquote steps that we can have. And it doesn't mean that our relationship is less than.
I think for me, marriage has always been like, I've always dated with the intention of getting married. Um, if I get to the we're together, we're in a relationship part, that's when I start thinking about that. I think I've only been in a relationship with like one person who I didn't see us going that way. But like any of my other serious relationships, I mean, I was engaged to 29 of them, so
Child.
so that's the
Child.
point. Like for me, that's the fucking point. If we're going to do this because we're about to put some papers on each other somewhere down the line. Like that is my point, my intention. I date to marry, point blank and period.
I don't think I've ever dated to marry. I don't think I've ever dated with with intent. Like I was just like, okay, we together. This is cute. We're doing this. but I've never dated with the intentions of marriage.
I can certainly say I don't be doing that. I don't be doing that. But it's kind of like I feel like maybe in my last situation, it was kind of like, okay, that would be the next step, but it totally did not work out like that. And I thank God that it didn't. Um, in this situation, I feel like because of who he is, that will eventually be the end goal. But I'm still impartial because there's a whole lot more that I need to see for me to be convinced about this, the whole marriage thing. Like more. I need to see
Love ain't
more.
enough. Love
And
ain't enough.
Love is
100%.
not enough. Love will
Love
not
It's
ain't
save
not.
enough.
anybody.
It's not even half of it.
It's
It's not
not.
even
Yeah.
half
It's
of
a
it.
droplet. It's a
It's
droplet.
it like it's not even half of.
Cause it's
That'll
not.
be a whole.
First and
I'm not even
foremost,
going to start on that because I will go on that. I will go for a very
Like
long
Tina said,
time.
what's love got to do with it?
I will go
yeah.
for a very long time.
And I come as a package deal, and it will be a huge responsibility because of the dynamic of what I'm dealing with. You feel me? So it's just like I need to make sure I will not. So I don't care if you put the ring 5 carats in my face. I will not accept it, except if all of the boxes have not been checked, and that's just what it is.
Feels you, player.
But do you really feel like all the boxes? Well, let me not say that because I'm the type of person that believes that you will never fully know someone unless everything that life can possibly throw at you, you witness them go through. So do you have like an actual checklist, or is it just certain things that you just need to see?
In my opinion, it's the minimal stuff that I need to be comfortable and confident in for me to even be like, okay, this is going to be the head of my household. This is going to be the head of my family. This person is going to be able to manage finances. I need to feel protected at all times, and not to say that none of those boxes have been checked, but I need to be like secure, like
I get it.
100%. 100%. I don't need to have no doubts.
Right.
And that's another reason why I believe in living with someone before you marry them.
I
Me
agree.
too. Me too.
Like it's a
But I'm
must.
not
We gonna
even there
shack up.
yet. I'm not even there yet in this relationship. And I mean, technically, I've known him for almost 2 years. We've not been in a relationship for a full year yet.
Right.
This month will be a full year.
Amen.
Anyway,
What?
but it's just
Listen, y'all know I
I can
celebrate
definitely
everything.
yeah, there's plenty more conversations to be had. There's plenty more, like just background stuff that I need to be able to get all into the nooks and crannies of before I can be like, okay, I can see this person being my husband
I do have some cards that are
and a
great conversation
stepfather
starters.
to my son,
Right.
because that is of top importance.
Absolutely.
I need to make sure that if you want to be here, you want to be the fuck here.
Okay, so last question for y'all. Since being with y'all partner, what have you learned that possibly shift you in a way?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna wait.
Mm.
That shit.
I wouldn't say it would. I wouldn't say it. I learned it, but it's like my patience and understanding has gone through the roof. Like I feel like as a person, as a mother, it started with a child, but then coming into a relationship where you're choosing to actually, practice conflict resolution, conversations that don't pose to have aggression behind it, just actually being able to talk to somebody like a human being and not cuss them out or resort to violence and stuff like that. And having somebody on the same page, it definitely still takes some patience and understanding and really practicing how to understand where they're coming from, understand how they feel. listening to not just have a response, but to really hear what the person is saying. So for me, it's just mainly been having better communication. Like my communication is amplified. Learning how to, and I'm still working on it because I got a smart ass mouth. But learning how to say stuff
Do
without
you?
the heavy dose of sarcasm sprinkled on that mug, just stuff like that. I just feel like, I mean, it's skills that I should be possessing as I'm growing, as a person. But this relationship is it makes me be like, okay, girl, think before you speak real quick, cause he ain't him. You don't gotta talk to him like that. You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, just kind of like, okay, before I respond, is this gonna make him feel some type of way? Like, just being conscious of stuff like that.
That I've learned from him or learned during
During your relationship with him.
A few things I've learned that I don't have to do everything. I had to learn to
Look at Trent. Her face.
what the problem is.
And to see her face, go to
Was you
YouTube.
gonna say this too? Was this
No,
on your
no,
list?
I'm
Oh.
nope. I'm just
Oh.
I'm
No.
thinking back to the beginning of your relationship. That's all.
Treats is the ass.
Ass. Okay. But yes, I had to learn to let him. When we met, this man like just kind of just Kool-Aid man through the wall, just doing stuff. And
It did.
Those facts.
Yeah, and I was like, hold on.
Oh my god.
Hold up a second. Like I was very uncomfortable, like what's your gimmick? What's your game? What you want? Who sent you? Like I was just very Huh?
Would you say that he taught you how to receive love?
Ooh, good question.
He taught me how to trust and love again.
Okay.
I think I was able to receive before, but it was different. You know what I mean? Like his love came in a different way. His love to me came in the way it was supposed to always come in. You know what I mean? Like he showed up, and I had to get used to him showing up because I was used to nobody else showing up. So I wasn't used to him showing up and receiving him showing up. And because no one else showed up, I got the cape on. Like I do it myself. You know how we do. Like I do it myself. And I had to really learn how to let him because he was more incapable and he wanted to. That, and just knowing that he was doing it because he wanted to. You know what I mean? He knew I had it. He knew I could do it. Like he knew, where I came from, and that, I get it. I know you strong. You got it. You independent. Cool. But I got you. And I had to trust that he got me and let him have me. So yeah, I definitely think he taught me how to receive it better. I learned definitely communication. Talk a lot. You talk a lot. You talk a lot. And I got that, that sarcasm itch too. So sometimes when we having conversations, he be like, can you not? And I have to check myself because I'm like,
sometimes
again,
but
I check myself, but
listen,
the communication, I think one of the biggest reasons, is our love languages are literally the opposite of the other person's, if that makes sense. Like his being touched, his top, that's like probably, I forget my scale, but like that could be number 5 for me, possibly. Right. Or like 3, 4, 5. But mine being like acts of service kind of coupled with communication is kind of like his 4 or 5. And until, because we've been in couples counseling, premarital counseling, but until we were in therapy and she kind of pointed that out, I never correlated. Like, it was always like, why is that such a big deal to you? Like, I do it. You just don't see I do it, but I do it. Like, this ain't enough. Like, that was like literally like my mindset on, like, okay, no matter how much I do, it's enough for you. But I had to kind of again check myself after that little revelation, like, but this is how I feel when it comes to him communicating. And he probably feels like, well, dang, don't I communicate enough? But I'm like, no, nigga, you need to do it more. So I had to realize that, like, we are each other's opposites, and we have to put that work in, to meet the level that the other person needs. Like, and if I'm always saying, like, I want to make sure, like, he's happy and he's tended to when his needs are met, like, I can't diminish that need because it may not be comfortable for me. Like, it may not be what I'm used to doing or giving. Like, I have to figure out how to meet his need in all aspects, regardless if it's within my comfort level or not.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Tree.
I guess it's on me now. So this is gonna sound funny, but because y'all know me in real life, you'll get it. I learned in this relationship with this young man how to be in a fucking relationship.
Completely understand.
I have been single in a relationship for the last 100 fucking years. And I've never actually been a part of a cohesive unit. I've never, like, yeah, I might say we and us and all that cute shit, but I've never been a we. I've never been an us. And I'm almost, I won't say I've completely learned, but I'm like up there with the almost. I'm almost there. I'm almost there, and I've learned that. Am learning that over these past almost 5 years. I've learned how to be with someone and how not to be single in a relationship, and um, how that whole togetherness thing works, and how that whole being together works, and moving as one, moving as a team. And honestly, it is solely because of him. Because like Tam said, how her mate showed up. Dude showed up for me from day fucking one. And I've used this example 150 million times, but it was the day that I fell in love with him, when he got a call from our son's mom, and she asked him to take her somewhere. I don't remember where the fuck, but asked her to take him somewhere, and he called me and asked me how I felt about that. And that was something that I had always been wanting for somebody to do. Like, consider me, motherfucker, I'm here. And not only did he do it, but he did it in a way that was 100% considerate of me and not jarring to what he had been doing for her. So that just showed me that, like, you know how chicks be like trying to brag, like, oh, for the right one, he will. And, he might have treated all these girls like shit, but he treat me like. If you're the only person that he's ever treated well, that means that's not the person he is.
Right.
And I can't fuck with people like that. So knowing that he's genuinely a good person, like, yeah. So that like, I was like, wow, this is really us. This is a us thing. Like, this is really fucking us. And so, and y'all know I've struggled with it, with the whole us thing, and the being together thing, and the doing things together thing, and the considering him thing. I like I said, I've been single in a relationship for the last 150 years. And learning how to be in a relationship, learning how to be with someone, learning how to live together, like actually live together, not cohabitate, like live together.
Right. Mind blown.
Hell yeah.
That's so
So
beautiful.
ain't that make
Beautiful.
me what? Terrible a little bit. So once this episode airs, it will be coming off the tail end of our 6-year anniversary, right? So when I wrote down this question, I was like, well, shit, what did I learn? Like the question came to me, but I didn't know what I was going to share with you guys. And the first things that came to my mind was that I've learned how to apologize. And I've learned, hold on, I wrote it down. Hold on. Oh, how to apologize. And it's okay to let someone know when they're right. So we all, I don't care who you are in this world, you battle with telling someone you're right. But it's like, why is that so hard to say if it's the truth?
Sincerely, too, because I said to be a smart ass sometimes.
Oh yeah, I'm very smart with that. Like I can say you're right, just to get you to shut the hell up. But to stand in it and actually know, like, nah, okay, you're right, you have a legit point. Like I've learned that it's okay to express that, because before it maybe be a pride thing or whatever, but I would never come out these lips. First of all, ain't nobody asked you.
Not the shush signal.
Continue, Ed.
But I would never tell anyone that they're right. And it's rather, even with you guys, like we can be in conversation. I will actually let y'all know, you're right, you got a point. It's that end part saying you got a point that takes it to the next level, because that means that I actually thought about what you said. And for me, apologizing to someone, but being in a committed relationship, it's like I was saying, it's all a part of communication. So if we're able to have this level of communication, why can't I apologize to you? Excuse me, if I know I did something wrong. So that's something big that I've learned, probably more so within the past few years versus the whole 6 years. But yeah, but I'm glad to see us all learning and growing and stuff.
Yay!
Yes.
And that is all that we have for you guys this evening. So make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms at We Kinda Old. Watching us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, and share. And text us 404-517-1819.
Bam, y'all got this the first week. How many? It's been 4 episodes. The first time. God, dog.
And if you're in a relationship, let us know what you have learned from your since being with your partner.
Yeah.
That
old and
new.
Know.
Yeah, because
Old
we're still
and
learning.
newbies.
So
I don't care if y'all been together
Listen,
40
it's a constant
years.
constant learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And willing to learn.
Especially like somebody like me who ain't been in a relationship for like how long? 10 years?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I learned a lot more, but we ain't got
somebody
time for that,
like me who probably has never really been in a healthy relationship. TBH.
That part.
I mean, technically, have I ever fucking been?
You haven't. You haven't.
Well, listen,
if you
at 38 years old, niggas need to be in some healthy relationships. You got damn near 40 years old.
This was probably my first one as well, and it's been my longest one. So
look at God.
Hey, man.
And we are out.
Bye.